Hello, good day. It's me again. I'm on my way to work, driving. Tried these new little lunge things, so my legs are really sore, so I'm not gonna ride my bike today. I'm just driving. It's Friday. I normally pick up my dog after I get off work and take him back to the school so he can go run around for a little bit. So that's what I normally do on Fridays. But anyway, I'm super grateful, man. So many realizations been coming to me. We just lost my cousin. The system was shutting down, so his body only could take so much. It was shutting down, so he just passed away last night. So it's kind of affected my family. It affected me a little bit. Like I teared up a little bit. But I think about the good things, that he gave to our family, Did he give a lot of drama? Yes. A lot of BS? Yes. But the reality is that, I got to think about the good things from him, because I did resent him a little bit just because of what he did to the family. But it is what it is, man. I was walking my dog this morning, and it was kind of like a relief, man, a realization that I realized, now that somebody's gone, I don't regret nothing. It's just a spirit of forgiveness came, and that's what it is. He was loved, man. People loved him. I loved him, but I still had hate for him, but technically I didn't love him, because if I really love somebody, I don't want to have hate towards them, right? I love my dog. I don't hate my dog. I love him unconditionally. And that spirit of forgiveness came, so, we're going to set up his little service thing in probably like a month or something, and then, just get things situated. Team effort here. He has a wife, he got married, he sobered up and things, which was good for him, but then everything just started crashing. His body was giving up on him. So I don't know if he could have fought it. I don't think so. The doctor said he couldn't fight it because his system was basically just giving up on him. Nothing was functioning correctly, so I don't know how they do it in the hospital, but they gave him something so he could pass away peacefully. So he did last night, 7:15. So life happens, man. It's all I'm saying. Life fucking happens, and we've dealt with death. I've dealt with death a lot of times. I know we don't like to talk about it, but the reality is we all die someday. And the reality is that, I should learn to forgive more. I should learn to let go more. Whatever hate I had towards them, because irresponsibilities in his life, but you know what? I'm strong enough to be here and support his grandma, support his aunt, his mom that's disabled, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I learned from people's mistakes and people's mishaps, because I could have either followed that or just become my own man, which I am now. I'm going to work, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with the tools I have, with the best of my ability, and I pick up tools through life. That's what life is. Life is a toolbox, and life is a school. So each day I try to learn something and grow, not to stay the same. Whether it's getting angry for different things, whether it's hating on somebody, whether it's being lazy in a moment when I know that I should be moving in the moment. So that's just something I'm learning within myself and my reality, is that if we want to get better as people, we must move. I know it's a simple tool in life, but we don't do it because I don't know why we don't do it. Because I'm not the next person. I'm my own man, so I move towards betterness, and that's all I'm doing. Conversations, I listen now. I don't really give too much advice or even give what I have to say, because mostly people just want to talk about themselves and their own ideas. So, listen more and don't really soak up what they have to say. And yeah, I do. Does my internal world get affected by it? Of course it does. But that's a practice that I've been practicing for so long, is that let people just be people. Let them say what they got to say. Don't judge them. Don't think you're better than anybody, because we're all going through things in our own personal life. And we think it's right for us, We think it's right for us, and that's what it is. Like, I do certain things that I think is right for me. I do things that I think is going to make things better, right? So we're all doing that. We're all living a life to make things better. But what if there's no what ifs, because we're all intelligent human beings. We all know what we're doing. We all do things with purpose. And that's all there is to it. I could complain about the job I do. I could complain about the people at my job because they don't do certain things, but I have a job to do, and they know that there's someone to pick up after them or do extra work. So it is what it is, man. Like, maybe that's why my body has so much pain, because I get angry at certain things, And I don't think, for me, it's not a peaceful way to live. It's not a life to grow if I keep doing that, and that's just what I'm learning, Becoming more aware of that within myself, so I should be fine, and I just only get better, I'm learning I don't have control over most things that I do, and it's okay. It's okay to have no control. The only thing I have control is my actions, my words, and my growth, It is a beautiful thing when you learn more about you, your habits, just things that that you need to fix. Not fix, but be aware of, and just let things flow, and just learn to become better, man. It's very it's very difficult, man. Life becomes more difficult when you're so unconscious of yourself, man, and your habits, things you try to control that you really have no control over. That's what makes life hard, And your opinion, a lot of the times don't matter, because they just don't, man. And that's fine, Oh fuck, which way? This way. They don't. kind of like we know what we have control over and we know what we don't have control over. It's your decisions you make throughout your day, and that's it. Like today I took a day off of working out. My legs are sore, so I'm gonna, because today's my leg day, my biceps, so tomorrow I'll just do extra rounds tomorrow. You know, I'm gonna do legs and biceps tomorrow and take my dog to a nice trail. I'm gonna work my work day today, and I already know what I need to do, so I'm gonna go do it, you know. And we decide on our day, we decide on our actions, we decide on what we say. And that's just all I have to say, man. Have a good Friday. Have a good Friday, and just be grateful you're here, man. Get rid of the toxicity in you, your hate, your jealousy, your judgment. Everybody else is judging you. You don't need to judge them. But then again, how do we know that? Have a good day. Peace.